Hi friends, we are talking about First Friday devotions. The promises of this devotion when you attend a mass and receive communion on a first Friday of the month, and for 9 consecutive months you are benefiting because it has a certain promises attached to it. We'll talk about some of the things that we are ignorant about, and we will talk something amazing about this devotion and something controversial about it. I'm Father Feroz Fernandes. Thank you for watching my video and promoting it. I invite you to subscribe, to like, to share, and comment, and support me in promoting the works of the gospel. And support me in promoting this devotion to the Sacred Heart of Jesus, and most precisely the devotion to the first Fridays of the month, attending Mass and receiving communion on the first Friday of the month for 9 consecutive months, and promote this devotion. Let's go into this topic. First Friday devotion. What I did not know, people attending Mass on the first Fridays of the month, a devotion to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. And I realized there are more people attending Mass on a first Friday of the month than other days of the week. I was curious. Why? Where? Wait a minute, why? Even I did it when I was young. I learned about this devotion from my mom, and the elders in the faith community did go for Mass, and then they continue to go for Mass. But it never made me curious. What's much more to this devotion? I felt in recent years less attention is given to the devotion to the Sacred Heart, and more precisely, even less attention is given for attending Mass on the first Fridays of the month. One reason for the decline of attending Mass on the first Friday of the month is ignorance. People do not know about it. Priests, parishes, and families fail to stress the need for the devotion. And priest, that includes me. I admit that I have failed to, uh, to stress the need for the devotion to attend Mass and receive communion on first Fridays of the month. Devotions always arise in a context. And the context of such a devotion that we are talking about today, it was as a solution to a problem, a controversy in the church. Devotions always offers solutions to problems. Let us look into this historical part of it. A French nun, Margaret Mary, had visions that Jesus asked the faithful to honor the Sacred Heart in the 16th century. The vision manifests that Jesus is asking followers to attend Mass and receive communion on every first Friday of the month for 9 consecutive months. After Margaret Mary's death, the devotion became very popular. It was endorsed by popes and promoted by saints. And when Margaret Mary was declared a saint by Pope Benedict XV in 1920, the devotion became widespread across the globe. How can you be part of the devotion? Simple. Attend Mass on first Friday of the month, receive communion, and if you are not in a state of grace, go for confession. Do this for 9 consecutive months. There you go. You will receive the promises the devotion has for you. 9 is a very powerful number associated with novena. It is the 9 days that the apostles spent in prayer before the Pentecost. The 9 first Fridays of the month for 9 consecutive months provide sufficient time for internal renewal. You know, there are always promises associated with devotions, and this devotion is no exception. It has promises associated with it. When you attend Mass on the first Friday of every month for 9 consecutive months, you will be getting special graces. You will be in a state of grace even during a time of death. There are 12 promises associated with the devotion to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Oh, these are the promises associated with the devotion of Jesus. First, I will give them all the graces necessary in their state of life. Second, I will establish peace in their homes. Third, I will comfort them in all their afflictions. Fourth, I will be their secure refuge during life and above all in death. Fifth, I will bestow abundant blessings upon all their undertakings. Sixth, sinners will find in my heart the source and infinite ocean of mercy. Seventh, lukewarm souls shall become fervent. Eighth, fervent souls shall quickly mount to high perfection. Ninth, I will bless every place in which an image of my heart is exposed and honored. Tenth, I will give to priests the gift of touching the most hardened hearts. 11th, those who shall promote this devotion shall have their names written in my heart. 12th, I will promise you in the excessive mercy of my heart that my all powerful love will grant to all those who receive Holy Communion on the first Fridays in 9 consecutive months the grace of final perseverance. They shall not die in my disgrace, nor without receiving their sacraments. My divine heart shall be their safe refuge in this last moment. Now, after listening to the 12 promises, you will have this question: is the devotion to the Sacred Heart of Jesus a ticket to heaven? Now, going for Mass on a first Friday will not save a devotee who is leading a sinful life. It's very simple. The devotion draws you closer to the heart of Christ, closer to God, and be better prepared for death. It's not a magic trick that you can pull off. A devotee is called to lead a virtuous life, not to just follow the practice like a superstition. First Friday devotion is an opportunity to encounter Christ, place our anxieties into the heart of Christ, and trust in His mercy. Do you want to know more about the devotion? The promises are subject to controversy. They do not appear as a list in Margaret Mary's writings. Rather, they are scattered in different forms in her notes. But the critique does not change the fundamental meaning of these promises. That's the beauty. And I'm sure that you will continue to be a devotee and you'll promote this devotion of attending Mass on first Fridays of the month. Make sure that this devotion is not practiced as automatic or magical. The devotion promotes a habit of frequently receiving communion and leading a virtuous life. Pray with me the non threatening prayer: Jesus, meek and humble of heart, make my heart like unto yours. Thank you for watching my video and supporting my channel. I invite you to subscribe, hit the like button, and interact with me online. Thank you for your support in promoting the devotion to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. May your heart be like the heart of Jesus. Amen and blessings. God.